Hi all, welcome back to our new session of appreciating fiction. This is a revision class. It's about the George Orwell and the politics of truth. This is an important question from The Animal Farm by George Orwell. Okay, George Orwell's Homage to Catalonia is one of the important documents of our time, and it is a very modest book, and it seems to say the least that can be said on a subject of great magnitude. But in saying the least, it says the most, and its manifest subject is a period of the Spanish Civil War, in which for some months until he was almost mortally wounded, and its author fought as a soldier in the trenches. Everyone knows that the Spanish War was a decisive event of our epoch, and everyone said so when it was being fought. And everyone was right. But the Spanish War lies a decade and a half behind us. And nowadays, our sense of history is being destroyed by the nature of our history. Our memory is short and it grows shorter under the rapidity of the assault of events. What once occupied all our minds and filled the musty meeting halls with the awareness of heroism and destiny has now become chiefly a matter for the historical scholar. And it is also a demonstration on the part of its author of one of the right ways of confronting that life. And its importance is, therefore, of the present moment and for years to come. A politics which is presumed to be available to everyone is a relatively new thing in the world. We do not yet know very much about it, nor have most of us been especially eager to learn. In a politics presumed to be available to everyone, and ideas and ideals play a great part. And those of us who set store by ideas and ideals have never been quite able to learn that. Just because they do have power nowadays, there is a direct connection between their power and another kind of power, the old unabashed, the what you call the unabashed or cynical power of force. We are always being surprised by this. The extent to which communism made use of unregenerate force was perfectly clear years ago. But many of us found it impossible to acknowledge this fact because communism spoke boldly to our love of ideas and ideals. We tried as hard as we could to believe that politics might be an ideal, and only to discover that what we took to be a political pastoral was really a grim military campaign or a murderous betrayal of political allies, or that what we insisted on calling agrarianism was in actuality a new imperialism. And in the personal life, what was undertaken by many good people as a moral commitment of the most disinterested kind turned out to be an engagement to an ultimate immortality. The evidence of this is to be found in a whole literary genre with which we have become familiar in the last decade, and the personal confession of involvement and then of disillusionment with communism. And Orwell's book, in one of its most significant aspects, is about disillusionment with communism, but it is not a confession. I say this because it is one of the important positive things to say about homage to Catalonia, but my saying it does not imply that I share the a priori that is the antagonistic feelings of many people towards those books which on the basis of experience expose and denounce the communist party. Okay, and about such books, people of liberal inclinations often make uneasy and rather vindictive jokes. The jokes seem to me unfair and in bad taste, and there is nothing shameful in the nature of these books. And there is a good chance that the commitment to communalism was made in the first place for generous reasons. And it is certain that the revolution, what you call the revolution, was brought about by more than sufficient cases. Okay, and these are the important points that is based on the question George Orwell and the politics of truth. Okay, and this is the important and main question from the Animal Farm by George Orwell. Okay, and at last, my question or assignment question, that is, why are the spontaneous weekly demonstrations organized? Why are the spontaneous weekly demonstrations organized? And the second question, that is, how has Animal Farm changed over the years, and is it for the better or worse? And in your opinion, okay, how has Animal Farm changed over the years, and is it for the better or worse? And in your opinion. And that's all for today. And thank you. Have a nice day. Happy learning. Stay safe. Stay home. Thank you.